Good morning, my manifesting lovies. How are you? And welcome to day 5 of your manifestation challenge. I'm so pumped, so pumped. We're on day 5. This is awesome. We're starting to get into the knit and grit of everything. And we've done a lot of work so far. And yeah, here we go. This is it. We're starting to get into it. And so today we're talking about and learning how to cultivate the feeling of already having what it is that you are manifesting during this challenge. So today we learn the importance of basking in that feeling of whatever it is that you're looking to create. And we continue to remember that the universe is our energy and it responds to our energy that we're putting out, right? And in order to attract what it is that you want to desire, you must make it your priority to feel good so that you can become a magnet for all the things that you want. We know the importance of feeling good and how good it is to feel good. And most of us do this totally backwards. We think that in order to feel good, we need to have, that new job or that new relationship or that remodeled living room or whatever it is that's what we're wanting. We think that in order to feel good, we have to have those things first. But in reality, you guys, it's the complete opposite. It really is. And we don't want to live in that, I'll be happy when syndrome. Because it doesn't work. It just makes us keep longing for more. And you might feel excited and satisfied and confident and happy or whatever else for a little while. But then that feeling kind of starts to go away, right? And it starts to kind of diminish within you. And then we look around and we're like, well, what now? And then what do we do? We find something else that we need in order to get that feel-good feeling. And a lot of the time, this is material possessions like a car, or house, or remodeled kitchen or living room. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like that relationship. You feel like you need to be in that relationship in order to feel happy. And then once you get in the relationship, you're like, something just doesn't feel right. Right? Has anybody ever been there? So our happiness will not ever depend on anything that's outside of us. It's all in here. And we always have to remember that manifesting is all about how you feel, like deep down on the inside. Hey, Carrie, thank you. I'm glad you're here. And you cannot attract greatness with low vibes. We attract greatness with high vibe energy. Super high vibrations. That's how we attract greatness into our lives. And so today we acknowledge how we want to feel and we do whatever we can to support that feeling. So, for example, like if you want to feel love, you want to find romance, right? Then you need to make sure that you're loving yourself deeply. So what can you do today to love yourself? And if you want to feel abundant, you want to create more money in your life, for example, then make sure you're respecting the money that you currently have. And it might not be a lot, but you still, you respect it and you pay the bills that you can pay. And then whatever you have left over, you allow yourself to indulge when you can. And be cautious of entertaining that feeling and cultivating that feeling of what you want to feel. As much as we don't want to, a lot of times, going back to the abundant example with money, as much as we don't want to pay our bills, it feels good when we do, right? Because then we're like, okay, cool, that's behind us for, another month. It's a good feeling. And so when you do more of that and being responsible with what you currently have, then you start to feel better and better and better, and you become more responsible with what you do have, and you don't even realize it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have extra. This is fabulous. I'm working on this myself. So you are not alone with that. And so when we become cautious of entertaining that feeling and cultivating the feeling, the more and more we just dwell in a good way in that feeling, then it starts to become our reality. And that's what we call manifesting. And so we have a couple action steps for today, and we're going to take a small, just right action towards how you want to feel. And how do we do that? So a manifestation is the result of being in vibrational alignment, with what you want, right? It means that your energy is attracting its likeness. So it's crucial that you get clear on how you want to feel so that you can attract that into your life. You can attract that likeness into your life. And so ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? And really be specific and think about it and write it down. Take some time. It doesn't have to be a super quick thing. Take your time. And the second question, that you want to ask yourself is, what can you do to cultivate that feeling? For example, if your manifestation is being a mom, what can you do to feel more like the primary caretaker and nurturer in your family? So this is what I'm working on, just to give you an example. It's a very pure example. I'm cultivating the feeling of being that caretaker. So I'm nesting in a sense, making sure the house is clean, making sure my family is fed. That includes my fur babies. Making sure they're happy every single day. Making sure I'm taking care of myself so I can be the best mom possible. Almost acting as if it's already here, or I'm already expecting it to be here. Because the more I go about my day to day, as I would if I were a mom or I were an expecting mother, then it starts to become my reality, and then I'm ready. And then I'm telling the universe that I am ready for that. And when it happens, we're all going to be like, oh my God, this shit really works, right? And so another example is if you want to feel supported, how can you support yourself a little bit more? If you feel like your spouse isn't being supportive for whatever reason in whatever journey that you're on, ask yourself how you can be of support to yourself. Take care of yourself, right? And then I want you to write down one thing that you can do today to cultivate the feeling that you want in your life. What's just one thing that you can do today to cultivate that feeling? And then we do what it takes to feel the feeling. We want to feel the feeling. And so Kundalini practice teaches that when time is on you, just start and the pressure will be off of you. When time is not on your side, just start and the pressure will release. So do anything that makes you feel the way that you want to feel, right? And you don't have to wait for your desires to come to fruition in order to feel the greatness. And, you know, the best example for this is the abundance example with your finances and paying those bills and feeling good about being able to do that. And you know, it's harder. It's hard. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do. But once you start to do it day to day, then it kind of just becomes your reality and who you are, and it gets so much easier. You could also put, you know, $5 into a savings account. That always feels good until you need it, and then you're like, guilty. Right? Not everything is perfect, but we're working on it. It's progress, not perfection. That's the point here. And if you want to feel more loved, do something to love yourself today. And if you want to feel healthier, move your body in some way. So as you stay committed to those feelings and you raise your energetic vibration with the universe and begin to experience the energy of just your surroundings supporting you, you begin to experience the energy of that surrounding. Everything surrounding you starts to support you. And it's super cool to watch. Like if you're having a hard time paying your bills, then, you know, what else can you do just for a little extra cash? I know right now, guys, that UPS is hiring for seasonal personal drivers where you use your personal car and they're paying like $21 an hour plus 58 cents a mile. That's some good money. That's some good money to drive around and deliver packages to people. And you can work whenever you want, however often you want. There are several things out there like that. And so if you start to kind of, you know, realize the situation you're in and do things that you can do to help yourself with those situations, then all of a sudden you're going to see like a million opportunities happen. And you're like, oh my God, the universe is really working with me. Like, it's gonna be okay. So your feelings send a message to the universe that you're ready to receive more of the energy that you're putting out. And that's it. That's the lesson for today. Super simple, short and sweet, right? And so tomorrow we're going to magnify the attraction power even more through a guided meditation. And I've never done one of those before, so this should be interesting. Still don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure it out. So in the meantime, you guys, just to kind of recap, ask yourself how you want to feel. Be specific. Think about it and write it down. And make sure that it's relatable to what you're trying to manifest here. And ask yourself what you can do to cultivate that feeling. Going back to my mom example, use it. Think about it. And then do what it takes to feel that feeling and to bask in that feeling and to just kind of like live there. Because it's way better to feel good about yourself than it is to not. And I know that from experience. And I see it every day. And so I'm so blessed to be able to teach you guys these things. This is what makes me feel good. It's super cool. And so since we're on day 5, I don't know, I just feel like that's cool. That's like progress. And so if you've been with me through this whole journey, give yourself a huge pat on the back because you're doing a great job. And if you haven't, then you can go through my feed and find other videos, or just to make it easier, if you want to, you can just go to my YouTube channel called Connected with Kat, and everything's there. Everything that is up to date is there. And let me know, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If you need anything from me, I'm here. And know that I love you. And I will talk to you guys more tomorrow. Toodles. And be nice today. We're going through a really hard time. I've been seeing some really, really mean shit on Facebook, and I hate it. I hate it because it's just, it just puts out so much negative energy. Just try to be nice. It's just an election. You've already voted. There's nothing you can do. Love you. Stay well. I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles.